Lethal on the beat. We're busy chasing the carrot that we are not gonna get. Staying with none for the hell of it, feeling celibate, selling shit. Much is irrelevant to our development. Forget about selling it. Let's be it. Trick or treat. My feet hurt from walking through this freeway. What can I say? Controls the Lord does it. Beat it is not gonna say when you just get the smoke in the trees and the birds. Go deeper, not free. Feeling kinda anxious, I'm testing all my patience. I'll be putting this in practice like precision. Like my actions,
It is 63 in Billings, Montana, and we are at RedlineComputers.com. The show has begun from Billings, Montana, with Redline Computers Studio, West Billings, Montana, right here. Nice worldwide audience. Long into the stream, RedlineComputers.com. Complete forecast and a glance at some news. Conversation throughout RedlineComputers.com. If you're interested in learning the current value of your home, then call Amber Gustavus and Section 21 Hometown Brokers for a free market analysis. 406-690-5902. Amber Gustavus. And the service area includes not just Billings, but Lockwood, Lowell, Joliet, Roberts, Red Lodge, Columbus, and more. Amber Gustavus with Section 21 Hometown Brokers. 406-690-5902. Thank you for using the TuneIn smartphone app on your iPhones and Androids. TuneIn's a free app for you to download on your smartphone. And we're live on YouTube. YouTube becomes as the podcast after the live show here. LivinLargeLarry.com. Carrie's Massage. Yeah, new place for a massage. Carrie's Massage. Check her out. And she's at 928 Broadwater, Suite number 204. Been open for a couple of months now and offering great services. Swedish, deep tissue, hot stone, prenatal massage. Not every massage therapist does prenatal massage. Carrie's Massage does. And if you're a new customer, and you get $10 off any offer, any service that Carrie's Massage has available for you. Carrie's Massage, you can check them out on Facebook, and the walk-ins are fine. 928 Broadwater, and going Suite number 204 for Carrie's Massage. $10 off. A true coupon book, a coupon magazine, and it's actually the size that you can actually read through and see what's offered and see the prices. Practical couponing with hometown values, savings magazine. Maybe you've seen it. It comes through the mail to your house. Don't toss it. There's hometown values magazine for each section of Billings and Laurel. Look for it. Hometown Values Savings Magazine, and most recent issues have been brought to you. Check it out. Give it a try. Hometown Values.
Livin Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry live.
Billings area forecast on the show from Top Sandwich Company across from Shopko and Billings off of King and 24th Street West. Top Sandwich Company delivery is free, even one sandwich at Top Sandwich Company. In the 80s last week, complete change this week, 95 to the century mark. Close to 100 degrees by midweek around Billings, Montana this week. And it goes through, the 90s go through a good part of next week as well. So take a look at the forecast, an extended look at livinlargeland.com. Click on the weather tab. You can have the forecast on the show. Courtesy of Top Sandwich Company with catering and free delivery. Top Sandwich Company, locally known across from Shopko and Billings. Top's Sandwich Company. New season, new haircuts. If it's time, I get my haircut every 6 weeks from Jim and Austin's Barber Shop in Billings Heights at 2225 Main Street in the Heights. The best $10 haircut you'll ever have. And Jim and Austin's Barber Shop, they're trained to be barbers. Basic haircut, $10, 10 minutes in and out. Jim and Austin's Barber Shop, 2225 Main in the Billings Heights. Proud supporters of the Billings Wolves for 2016. And like them on Facebook, Jim and Austin's Barber Shop in Billings Heights.
Livin Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry live.
LivinLargeLarry.com. Redline Computer Studios next to the Wave Car Wash, West Billings. Show on YouTube, tune smartphone app.
As Yellowstone County Commissioner Bill Kennedy prepares to take a new job as Montana State University Billings Foundation President and CEO, 5 Democrats have applied for the commission seat he's vacating. Democratic voters in District 3, which Kennedy represents, are responsible for selecting 3 candidates to submit to the remaining county commissioners, who will select Kennedy's replacement for the next couple of years. On the first day of the Republican National Convention in Cleveland, Ryan Zinke spoke to the gathering Monday evening, emphasizing national security and his belief Donald Trump is the right person to be the next president of the United States. As for the GOP itself, Zinke resigned his post as a nominating delegate over its platform because he says he doesn't support the sale or transfer of federal lands. 4 initiatives have qualified for the Montana ballot in November's election. Secretary of State Linda McCullough last week certified the 4th ballot measure that seeks authorization for $200 million in state bonds over 10 years for Montana-based biomedical research into brain diseases, brain injuries, and mental illness. Previously qualifying were initiatives to expand access to medical marijuana, ban trapping on public lands, and to expand the rights of crime victims and their families. Montana Governor Steve Bullock has signed an agreement with the U.S. Forest Service officials that will allow the state to play a bigger role in managing federal forest lands. The Good Neighbor Authority Agreement, authorized under the 2014 Federal Farm Bill, will allow the state to work on behalf of the Forest Service on federal land. Authorities have released the name of a man who drowned after a rafting accident on the Yellowstone River west of Columbus. Stillwater County Sheriff Cliff Brophy identified the victim Monday as 47-year-old Lorne Speakerworth of the Warden and Lockwood areas. Officials received a 911 call Sunday afternoon from a second man who was in the raft, was able to get to shore after the boat overturned. Flathead County officials have released the names of 3 people who were killed in a fiery rollover crash near Kalispell. Sheriff Chuck Curry said 51-year-old Kurt Lee Dolchek, 38-year-old Amy Nicole Ward, and 24-year-old Kendra Lynn Anderson, all of Kalispell, died in the crash at about 2:30 on Saturday morning. Curry says it's believed that Dolchek was driving. The MHP says the car left the U.S. Highway 93 bypass, rolled and caught fire. Dolchek was ejected from the vehicle and died at the scene. Ward and Anderson were still in the vehicle when it caught fire. Autopsies are planned. A small plane crashed near the Helena Regional Airport on Monday morning, and minor injuries were reported. The cause of the incident is not yet known. The investigation is being handled by the Federal Aviation Administration at this point. And a group of pastors in Billings has formed the Montana Pastors Network, concerned about legislation and court decisions that have affected First Amendment rights, particularly freedom of religion. The group wants to get information out about the issue and plans to have pastors from all over Montana join the Montana's Pastors Network. Couple of sports notes. Coach Mike Krzyzewski got his first glimpse at the new look at U.S. national team as Team USA opened camp with just 2 players back from the 2012 gold medal team. Carmelo Anthony returns for his 4th run at the Olympics after winning a bronze medal in 2004 and gold in 2008 and 2012. And Kevin Durant's looking to add more gold following his 2012 efforts on that championship USA team. Longtime Chicago Bears cornerback Charles Tillman is hanging it up. He's retiring from the NFL after 13 seasons. The 35-year-old Tillman, known for his peanut punch after forcing 44 career fumbles, spent his first 12 seasons with the Bears and went to 2 Pro Bowls. Look at regional and state news and sports. I'm Livin Large Larry.
LivinLargeLarry.com from the Redline Computer Studios across from Goodwill off of King and 29th in West Billings, Montana. How's your health? Is your mind open to different ways to be healthier? And to cryotherapy. You've heard us talk about cryotherapy since about mid-November, and Into Cryotherapy has been in Billings since last July. And it's growing with athletes. If you are suffering from arthritis, give Into Cryotherapy a try. Ask Cindy Graff about the pricing differences of N2 Cryotherapy. There's something to fit your budget. N2 Cryotherapy, 805 24th Street West, Suite number 4, Saturday hours as well. N2 Cryotherapy, N2cryo.com.
Livin Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry live.
Keystone Mortgage has moved to a much larger location. Keystone Mortgage is our underwriter for our replay of the show, our podcast. Keystone Mortgage, purchase, refinance, investment properties, second home, anything dealing with mortgages. You aren't just a number, you're our number 1 priority. And that slogan fits. Keystone Mortgage Company, Keystone Mortgage, KeystoneHomeLoans.com. They are locally owned and operated, and you can search them out on Facebook. Just type in the keyword, the Keystone.
April Sanchez with us with Royal Realty, but you do much more than just work real estate. April Sanchez, talk a bit about yourself, and we'll get into your big event coming up, but what else do you do with Royal Realty?
Yeah, I'm a real estate agent here working with Serena Anderson, and I'm just getting started in real estate. She's been doing it for a while. I came on, she told me about this program she was getting ready to launch, and I got super excited, jumped right on board, and kind of just say, hey, let's get going, let's do this. Our first fundraiser coming up on July 30th, and it's going to be a bingo run here in town, and it's going to be amazing.
So talk about, it's the YEP event, right?
Yes, the YEP program, the Youth Empowerment Program. We take applications here in town for underprivileged youth and families that maybe can't afford to have multiple kids in sports. Not just sports, extracurriculars, tutoring, speech therapy, even to just have someone to talk to if they're going through a hard time. We're here to empower our youth in our community and help them stay busy, stay in sports, extracurricular, art, dance, anything that their heart desires to keep them busy and out of the streets and from boredom and video games and just hands-on to be empowered to live life and do the things that they love.
Now, is YEP a national organization, or is it local to this area, to Billings, Montana?
It is local to us, yes, to Royal Realty, actually. Serena Anderson, like I said, launched it through Royal Realty. I started on at Royal Realty a couple months ago, and we started discussing the program, and we were getting ready to launch, and I just said, hey, this is going to be a great thing. Let's do this.
So what's been some of the response from people helping you guys out with partners and businesses and things like that?
Yeah, actually, it's been amazing. Actually, we didn't expect the outpour of support that we were going to have here in the community. I think any time that you say that we're trying to support the local youth and to help our kids come together and have fun and to grow and to support the families that can't necessarily help with that, people are just outpouring with love and donations, and we're going to have raffle baskets and auctions. We've had people ask us if they can sponsor our program to help us with other events, to help with kids. I mean, it's amazing.
It's YEP, Y-E-P, Youth Empowerment, correct?
Yep, Youth Empowerment Program.
And talk about the event coming up, the dates again, and where it's going to be and how else we can help.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to start at the Powderhorn, also known as the Muzzleloader, to most in town here. We get there at 9:30. We'll play a couple games of bingo at each stop. The first stop usually that's the basket from the bar, great prizes. And then we'll leave there at 11:30, and we'll head out to Laurel to Fat Friday and Freddy's. We got the grandstand on schedule. We got Bugsies on board, and then we're going to end at Bones. I will probably be there around 4 or 5, and we're going to have music. We encourage people to bring their kids. It's going to be a family fun event at the last stop. There will be a silent auction with lots of auction items. I mean, just the outpour of stuff that we've had. I mean, we have like spa days. We have a couples retreat getaway. We have tattoos. We have oil changes for 6 months and a car detail. I mean, it's just incredible, the prizes that are going to be there. But the last stop again is going to be Bones, and it's going to be between 4 and 5, live music, food, fun, gaming, entertainment. It's going to be a good time.
Now, what's the date of this, April?
July 30th.
Saturday, July 30th.
Yep.
So, do I dare say the first annual YEP?
It is. It is the first annual YEP program bingo run.
So that means they have to do it again next year.
Absolutely.
All right. What else do we know before I let you go?
Hey, we're just excited to have everybody out there, and please know this is not just for bikes and bikers.
Right.
We encourage
Yeah.
all cars, all riders, anybody. Anyway, you can walk, you can hitch a ride, we'll pick you up. I mean, we just encourage everybody to come, and please bring your family and friends at the last stop, because it's going to be a great time.
And that's at Bones. And what about contact, like on Facebook? How can we get a hold of you on Facebook?
Yes, absolutely. You can always look up Royal Realty. Myself, April Sanchez, Serena Anderson. We do have a youth empowerment program site that we just launched. It has all the information. We'll have updates on other things that we're going to be doing. Come winter, we're going to try and have maybe like a ball or something, get together another fundraiser. So you can follow us there. And you can apply for the YEP program at royalrealty.co/YEP.
All right, perfect. April Sanchez, good work. Thanks for the details.
Hey, thank you, Larry. I appreciate your time.
No disrespect to the industry, but there seems to be coupons for everything. And you know, the real coupon magazine, Hometown Values coupon magazine, a coupon book you can read, and practical couponing. Hometown Values, check them out. Different Hometown Values magazines for each part of the city. Hometown Values, Billings and Laurel. Log on to myhometownvalues.com.
Livin Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry live.
We'll look at what's going on around Billings and surrounding towns here in a second, but I wanted to pass on a news note for you. Billings Police and getting this from color8.com. Billings Police are asking for our help, the public's help, in regarding an act of arson at the Skyview High School tennis courts. Police Lieutenant Neil Lawrence said the arson took place on July 14th between 11 p.m. and 11:45 p.m. Lawrence said the two glass bottles were used to create a Molotov cocktail or two, which were thrown into the tennis courts. The Billings Fire Department responded and put out the fire, which caused damage to the tennis courts, mat, and the net. So if you know anything, then please do call the Billings Police Department.
What is going on?
What is going on is brought to you by Bighorn Inspection, Petrochemical and Refinery Inspection. Check out Bighorn Inspection, bighorninspection.com. Billings Kiwanis, the amusement park, took July off, and we'll take a good part of August off, but come back in August with amusement park. Through the Billings Kiwanis, August 26th, save the date, Finding Nemo will show at Rose Park through the Billings Kiwanis. Mulligans for Memories, the third annual Alzheimer's Association Golf Scramble. That is coming up in August 12th. Get your foursome registered. Late registration going on as we speak. We talked to Alicia at 690-8687. Each foursome costs $500. Proceeds go to benefit the 2016 Walk to End Alzheimer's through the Alzheimer's Association. And special thanks to the major sponsor of Mulligans for Memories Golf Tournament in Lake Hills on August 12th, Morningstar Senior Living of Billings. And Slide City is back for its third summer in a row here in Billings. The date is September 10th. Particulars and final details are still being taken care of as we speak. September 10th, though, for Slide City. Zoo Montana, in association with Exit Realty Yellowstone, Boys and Girls Club, Pillars of Post-Home Inspections, Texas Roadhouse, and Terry Porto, Love Studios, have teamed up to raise money for the zoo and obtain sports equipment for the Boys and Girls Club. The Exit Realty Smart Car is, as we speak, filled with sporting goods and equipment. The location to guess how many items are in the Exit Realty Smart Car, and dollar donation will help out. The locations are Shields on Wednesday the 20th, 3 to 8, same for Thursday the 21st, 3 to 8. We're at Texas Roadhouse, 4 to 9 p.m. on July 22nd, and July 23rd and July 24th at Zoo Montana, beginning at 10 a.m. The summer lunch program for kids begin or continue actually through August 12th in various parks, noon to 1 for a free lunch for the kids. Pioneer Park, Central Park, North Park, Castle Rock, Crow Arrowhead Park, Glen Park, South Park. All the days going through August 12th for the summer lunch program. Let's a glance at what is going on around town. The segment is brought to you by Bighorn Inspection. BighornInspection.com. Carrie's Massage. Yeah, new place for a massage. Carrie's Massage. Check her out. And she's at 928 Broadwater, Suite number 204. Been open for a couple of months now and offering great services. Swedish, deep tissue, hot stone, prenatal massage. Not every massage therapist does prenatal massage. Carrie's Massage does. And if you're a new customer, you get $10 off any offer, any service that Carrie's Massage has available for you. Carrie's Massage, you can check them out on Facebook and the walk-ins you can find 928 Broadwater and going Suite number 204 for Carrie's Massage. $10 off. Time for a haircut? Try Jim and Austin's Barbershop, 2225 Main in the Heights if you want truly trained. I mean, these guys are trained barbers for straight razor shaves, or if you just want just a haircut. $10 for a basic haircut. Jim and Austin's Barbershop, 2225 Main in the Heights. The best $10 haircut ever, and they don't take up a lot of time either. 10 minutes. 10 minutes, $10. Great haircut. Jim and Austin's Barbershop, 2225 Main in Billings Heights, and proud sponsors and supporters of the 2016 Billings Wolves. It's Jim and Austin's Barbershop.
Livin Large, Larry Live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large, Larry Live.
Billings area forecast on the show from Top Sandwich Company across from Shopco and Billings off of King and 24th Street West. Top Sandwich Company delivery. It's free. Even one sandwich at Top Sandwich Company. In the 80s last week, complete change this week, 95 to the century mark. Close to 100 degrees by midweek around Billings, Montana this week. And it goes through, the 90s go through a good part of next week as well. So take a look at the forecast and extended look at livinlargeland.com. Click on the weather tab. Anytime the forecast on the show. Courtesy of Top Sandwich Company with catering and free delivery. Top Sandwich Company, locally known across from Shopco and Billings. Top's Sandwich Company.
And livinlargelarry.com. Look at news. We utilize ktvq.com, color8.com, the Billings Gazette for gathering some of our stories in the show. A Montana Highway Patrol trooper who was recognized in December for his work during last year's dust storm on a Park City highway has resigned amid allegations of misconduct. Trooper Elias Wolf, who was hired by the Montana Highway Patrol back in 2007, is no longer with the department. He's 37. He was assigned to District 4. That includes Bighorn, Carbon, Stillwater, Sweetgrass, and Yellowstone counties. Wolf resigned on June 28th, according to the Montana Department of Justice spokesman John Barnes. At the time of his resignation, Wolf was being investigated by the Division of Criminal Investigation for a complaint alleging that he made threatening statements. It's unclear who the alleged threats were directed at. A Billings woman who sued School District 2 after her daughter got hurt during a school recess back in 2007 agreed to a settlement Tuesday in Yellowstone County District Court. SD2 agreed to pay the plaintiff, Amanda Wilson, $15,000 up front and will make 2 additional payments in the future for a total of $31,830. The district agreed to make a payment of about $7,700 on the girl's 21st birthday and a payment of a little over $9,000 when she turns 25. Judge Michael Moses presided over the hearing. Wilson's daughter was a 7-year-old second-grade student at Broadwater Elementary when the incident occurred back in 2007. During recess, the girl somehow fell backwards through a railing into a window well down onto a concrete floor. The girl struck her head on the ground, causing traumatic head and brain injuries. It's according to the complaint, which was filed in 2010. A truck reported stolen from Billings was involved in a high-speed chase with police in Cody, Wyoming, early on Tuesday. According to police, officers encountered the stolen pickup truck after responding at about 2:14 in the morning to a report of suspicious activity. When an officer arrived, they found an unoccupied vehicle that had been reported stolen. While continuing their investigation, officers encountered the stolen truck whose driver was exhibiting suspicious behavior. When the officers tried to stop the truck, at that time, the driver accelerated and fled at a high speed. The chase went through the east side of Cody, including several residential areas before the truck crashed and the driver fled on foot. Officers were able to apprehend the suspect. He is now in custody. As the nation continues to reel from the recent deadly shootings of police officers in Dallas, Baton Rouge, and President Obama reached out Monday to the law enforcement community seeking to assure them that his administration stood by them. Here's just an excerpt from the letter. Every day you accept this responsibility and you see your colleagues do their difficult, dangerous jobs with equal valor. Mr. Obama wrote in this letter, posted to the White House website on Tuesday, I want you to know that the American people see it too. We recognize it, we respect it, we appreciate it, and we depend on you. And just as your tight-knit law enforcement family feels the recent losses to your core, our nation grieves alongside you. Any attack on police is an unjustified attack on all of us. Just an excerpt from President Obama to law enforcement all over the nation. Montana wildlife officials report that 3 grizzly bears were caught in the Flathead region last week. Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks states that an adult female grizzly bear and her 2 yearlings were captured near Ferndale, east of Big Fork, by FWP Grizzly Bear Management Specialist Tim Manley. And FWP spokesman John Fraley said that over the past 2 years, the grizzly bears were known to have killed chickens, ducks, and rabbits. The 226-pound, 7-year-old adult female had been captured and moved from the Ferndale area in 2014 and 2015. It's a brief look at news, livinlargelarry.com.
As we broadcast from the Redline Computer Studios, Redline Computers, West Billings, just next to the Wave Car Wash, here off of King and 29th, Redline Computer Studios. Neil McCoy's coming to the area Rosebud Treasure County Fair this weekend on July 23rd, and the concert's co-sponsored by Working in the Afternoons KGHL Radio, and our Mike Tyler had a nice visit with Neil McCoy. What a cool guy. We'll play that audio back coming up in just a couple of minutes here. Neil McCoy, the Rosebud Treasure County Fair. We'll also learn that there's another county fair for the 4-H in Columbus. Going on as we speak through the weekend, Stillwater County Fair in Columbus. All that coming up. LivinLargeLarry.com. Carrie's Massage. Yeah, new place for a massage. Carrie's Massage. Check her out. And she's at 928 Broadwater, Suite number 204. Been open for a couple of months now and offering great services. Swedish, deep tissue, hot stone, prenatal massage. Not every massage therapist does prenatal massage. Carrie's Massage does. And if you're a new customer, and you get $10 off any offer, any service that Carrie's Massage has available for you. Carrie's Massage, you can check them out on Facebook, and the walk-ins you can find 928 Broadwater, and going Suite number 204 for Carrie's Massage. $10 off. Truly trained barbers, the experts at Hair. Jim in Austin's Barbershop, 2225 Main Street in the Heights. I've used Austin as my barber, Jim in Austin's Barbershop, for about 5 years now. The best $10 haircut ever. In 10 minutes, $10 in and out. You can get your haircut over your lunch hour. Jim in Austin's Barbershop, 2225 Main in the Heights. Find them on Facebook. And proud sponsors of the 2016 Billings Wolves.
Livin Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry live.
Sponsor on Livin Large Larry Live is brought to you by Keystone Mortgage in their new location, 248-7124, and you can check them out and visit them at 2442 First Avenue North, then right across from the pub station in downtown Billings. Keystone Mortgage Company, you aren't just a number, you're our number one priority. Keystone Mortgage.
Melissa Kramer with us, Stillwater County 4-H Leaders Council President. Now that is quite a title, Melissa.
I guess if that's what you call it, it is.
It's a title and a lot of work, I'm sure. This week's Stillwater County Fair and 4-H Livestock Sale. First of all, the dates. When do they start? When does it end?
You know, the fair actually kicked off yesterday with the horse show, but the week is ongoing. The small projects are all being interviewed, and all of that work's being showcased throughout the week. The animals show up Wednesday night. We have the hog and sheep show starting on Thursday. The beef show comes in on Friday, and the market sale on Saturday.
So Stillwater County Fair, in regards to the 4-H kids, a lot of people still don't understand that when you're with 4-H, you don't just show up at the fair and boom, you got a fair. I mean, these kids work all year long with these animals.
Yeah, you know, it's 9 months of work that these kids are showcasing, and sometimes we also start to think about the fair as just those animals, and there is just so much talent on display. The numerous projects that these kids are involved in and the things that they exhibit are just incredible, from the indoor projects all the way outside to the livestock. There's just some investment of time and talent.
Over the 9 months that the 4-H kids year in and year out learn about 4-H over the course of the year for the Stillwater County Fair and Livestock Sale, what do you think one is the most important thing a kid takes away from their experience with 4-H?
I think one of the most important things that these kids take away is just the friendships that they build and the spirit of competition, the spirit of working together. There's so many things they're doing all year for community service and working together. That's where the memories are made and the life skills are truly built in these kids.
You know, it's cool. I was talking to a former 4-H kid. It was just a couple of months ago, but we were talking in conversation about her 4-H experience, and now she's out of 4-H, but she has now become a mentor to many 4-H kids, and I guess that's par for the course then. That's
definitely, I think 4-H ends up being a generational thing, and I think that's the other thing. These kids really grow up with that spirit and the opportunity to give back and participate, you know, at all stages throughout life, and it's fun to see how these contacts all come back into play all throughout life because of all the diverse opportunities that these kids get with their 4-H experiences.
talk of the livestock sale. What should you know about that?
Yeah, the livestock sale is at 1 on Saturday, and the opportunity to be there is, we're really excited to have everyone there, but we also have the opportunity, if you can't be there and you want to support these kids, you can call your bids in, let us know who you are wanting to work with, and we can take care of the delivery and work with getting some animals purchased on behalf of you and your businesses.
Well, that's a cool idea. Do you have a phone number you can tell us right now? Or
Yes, you can call the extension office at 322-8035, or you can call myself at 780-0575.
All right, and how do people follow you on social media for the Stillwater County Fair and livestock sale?
Yeah, if you follow the Stillwater County 4-H on social media, we're kind of showcasing the fair as we go. All the details and the information for the fair is also online at MSU Extension/Stillwater. You can find all the details about the fair there as well.
Facebook.com/Stillwater4H. All right. Any final thoughts about Stillwater County Fair and the livestock sale, Melissa Kramer?
We just really look forward to everyone coming out and participating in the fair. Don't forget the pig wrestling Friday night. That's a great community event, whether you're wrestling a pig or just there to watch. It's great community fun. Definitely not clean fun, but definitely fun. And just a great community event that these kids get to have fun and play together as they work hard all week as well.
For those that are maybe new to the area, where exactly is the Stillwater County Fairgrounds?
The fairgrounds is right in the center of town, right off of 4th Avenue as you come into town.
All right, Melissa Kramer, Stillwater County 4-H Leaders Council President, and weather-wise, you'll have a great fair week weather-wise. It looks good.
Yes, we look like we can be the weather predictors. It's always going to be nice and warm.
Thanks for your time, Melissa.
Thank you.
All right, Melissa. And the Stillwater County 4-H Fair and Livestock Sale, that's going on in Columbus this week. It's the week for small 4-H fairs, as there's a couple more. There's even a roundup at Muscle Shoal Golden Valley 4-H Fair. That's going on this week as well. And that's a roundup. And the Rosebud Treasure County Fair this weekend featuring Neil McCoy on Saturday night in Forsyth. If you want to head out there, Neil McCoy, co-sponsored by KGHL Radio, where I do my afternoon show each weekday. So you're heading up there to see Neil McCoy in concert. And Nick, our morning guy on KGHL, had a visit with Neil McCoy. We'll play that back coming up in a couple of minutes. I want to pass a few other news notes along to you this morning here at livinlargelarry.com. From the Red Line Computer Studios, West Billings, I'm gleaning this from KTVQ.com and Color8.com. A former Billings elementary school teacher who's paid by her quadriplegic boyfriend to care for him is accused of now of embezzling thousands of dollars from his bank account. Linda Anderson made an initial appearance in Yellowstone County Justice Court on Tuesday. The charge of felony theft by embezzlement. Anderson's accused of stealing over $22,000 from the 56-year-old victim. And the annual fundraiser for Angel Horses now has a stable of colts ready for auction later this summer. The 4 horses were unveiled on Tuesday before they go to the local gallery. 5 artists helped create the works of art. If you remember last year, Angel Horses displayed 4 horses in downtown Billings after vandals damaged several. The group removed the horses indoors, but collectively they eventually sold for more than $100,000 for the nonprofit organization. So the new horses set up at the gallery interiors in the heart of downtown Billings through August. Those will be protected inside. And again, Billings police are asking for the public's help regarding an act of arson at the Skyview High School tennis courts. We reported that there was a fire at the Skyview High School tennis courts earlier in the week, and now Billings police and Billings Fire believe that it was arson. If you know anything, then please call the Billings police at 657-8460. That Skyview High School tennis court fire a couple of days ago. A brief glance at news here. LivinLargeLarry.com. As we broadcast on YouTube and the TuneIn smartphone app from the Red Line Computer Studios across from Goodwill in West Billings, Montana. If you are interested in real estate, learning the current value of your home or property, then call Amber Gustanis with Century 21 Hometown Brokers for a free market analysis. Amber Gustanis, Century 21 Hometown Brokers, 406-690-5902. Names you can trust? Well, one in the automotive industry is Brown's Auto Service. 4 locations. They're on Broadwater, 1144 Broadwater, Brown's West Auto Service, corner of Rosebud and 20th Street. Automatic Transmission Company through Brown's Automotive. Downtown Billings at 13th Street North and 1st Avenue North. And the downtown Brown's Rebuild Center at 18th Street North and 2nd Avenue North. Over 60 years of great communication skills and service. Brown's Automotive, 60 years in Billings. BrownsAutoBillings.com.
Livin Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry live.
Replay of segments on livinlargelarry.com on the show from Keystone Mortgage Company here in Billings to purchase, refinance, investment properties, and a brand new place to call home for work. Keystone Mortgage downtown now across from the pub station, 2442 First Avenue North. You can find them on Facebook. Type in the keyword Keystone Mortgage Company. You aren't just a number, you're our number one priority. I think you'll love the changes at Keystone Mortgage.
The mighty 790 AM and 94.7 FM KGHL and the Nick Towner Morning Show with a very special guest as we look ahead to this weekend. We're getting ready for the Rosebud Treasure County Fair, and our special guest will be Neil McCoy in concert this Saturday night. It'll be at 8 o'clock, and want to welcome him to the first time to the program. Neil McCoy, good morning.
Howdy, Nick. I just wanted to, first of all, tell you thank you for letting me speak to your listeners and tell them that if they don't make the show Saturday, they're going to be ashamed, because everybody that does make it is going to say, we are ignorant for not coming.
Absolutely. You are, boy, I got some questions, but a very high-energy show, and I know you take a lot of pride in that, Neil.
I do, yes, sir. And you know, it's not always just running around or jumping and stuff like that. It's just an energy that we exert through our music and through the band and just our spontaneity and hopefully personality. We like to get people in there, and we want our goals for when they walk over to say, golly, that's as much fun as I've ever had.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. How's the road treating you so far this summer?
Man, it's good. We've been slaving away. We came off of a 3-day weekend, had 1 day off, and then just finished up 5 straight days in a row. Been all over the country, and now we're headed up toward you guys. But it's good. You know, we love summertime. A lot of fairs and festivals and different things going on. Gives us an opportunity to work that. Like when we're not having some of those kind of shows in the spring or the fall, we go do other things. But right now, we love being outside, especially when you got weather like you guys have. But I know it's hot and it's summertime, but it's not as hot as some other places.
That's absolutely correct. It can always be much worse. Neil, you ever get a chance to bring the family on the road with you?
I do. As a matter of fact, we were hoping they were going to get to make this run, but we just dropped them off. We just played Sunday night in Ohio, and we're headed toward y'all now, and they had to get home. I had both my kids, 30-year-old daughter with her 2 kids, my grandkids.
Sure.
And had our son out and my wife out, but it's just me and no band now.
That's great to hear. We'll get to the band in just a little bit. Checking out your website, like I said, you've got a very enthusiastic fan base through your fan club. If you want to talk about that, Neil, and I also know that you are, and a lot of us are, big supporters of our country and, of course, of our troops. That seems to resonate with your fans and people that are new to your music, or maybe just coming to a Neil McCoy concert for the first time.
Yes, sir. We've got very loyal fans, and they appreciate what we've been able to do. You know, through our USO work. I've been on 15 USO tours.
Incredible.
In Iraq 7 times, Afghanistan a few times, just different places. And the most recent thing I've done, Nick, is, and I just woke up and did it one day, probably close to a year ago, and I just wrote the Pledge of Allegiance on my Facebook page because I wanted to do that. As crazy as everything is now with presidential race and just things that are going on, no matter what side of the aisle you're on, anything, the least we can do is support our flag and our country. So I started the Pledge of Allegiance. I wrote it for about 2 weeks, and then for the last 6 or 7 months, I've been saying it every morning, no matter where I am. And it is just absolutely, people are loving it. We're averaging about 100,000 views a day. And it's just, I just want people to know that I love our country, no matter what's going on in it. We still have the best country in the world, and I know that because my mother's from the Philippines, and when she was raising us as kids, as children, she always told us, well, you ought to be grateful. You don't know what it's like growing up in another country, but you will. And when you do, you're going to be more thankful for what you have in this country, and that is exactly right. Mom is a very smart lady.
I understand it. I really do. Neil McCoy is my guest in concert Saturday night at 8 at the Rosebud Treasure County Fair. A couple other questions. Just I thought I'd ask you, Neil, what's it like being on a USO tour? That's got to be an overwhelming thing for anybody involved.
It is. It's overwhelming, we think, for everybody. And the troops will tell you, oh, we can't thank you enough. When in reality, it's the thrill and excitement and the joy and the love that we get out of being able to go over and see them. And we've been in the theater a lot, but not only in the theater. We've been to Germany and England and Bosnia and Italy and just different bases where sometimes during wartime, those folks would be a little forgotten because everybody's concentrating on what's going on in the Middle East all the time when we're at war there. But we've got troops all over this world that are taking care of us. And they have a lot of great troops in the United States that take care of us here at home, too. So, man, any chance that we get, and I would suggest that to anyone, because it's not always having the opportunity to entertain them. Sometimes we get to different places and just have time to shake a hand or hug a neck and just tell them we appreciate their service. People ought to do that. And I'm going to take it one step further, if you don't mind, Nick.
Absolutely.
Our first responders, all of our first responders, and the American police are being treated now by some folks. I just think we need to tell those folks, too, when you see them. Thanks for taking care of us. Don't.
Neil McCoy with me. Neil, helping out the troops involved with the USO. Tell us about your East Texas Angel Network.
Man, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to talk about all the good things. I mean, I love country music, and we love being in music, but the East Texas Angel Network is a foundation my wife and I started 22 years ago to help children in Northeast Texas with life-threatening and life-challenging illnesses, and because of a lot of great folks I know in country music and just different genres of music.
Yep.
They've come and given us some of their wonderful time, and we've been able to raise about $8 million right here in Northeast Texas to help these children. And it's just a great foundation, and it helps these children with some of their financial problems. And man, somebody that's got a sick child or a life-challenged child, they run across, they can't quite make their light bill or the car payment or maybe their home payment or their apartment payment. And we just want to get involved in that and just take a little burden off whenever we can.
Neil McCoy, my special guest, in concert Saturday night at 8 o'clock at the Rosebud Treasure County Fair. Hope everybody can make it down. Let's talk some music, Neil, if that'd be all right. And let's start
yes, sir.
Let's start with your label, 903 Music. Just kind of interested being on one side of the microphone, then being on the other side, if you've done any producing, how you feel about being in the studio, what's it like running your own label?
Well, that up and ran for quite a while, Nick. It is, unfortunately, is not going anymore.
Okay.
And the reason being is we've had success with it. It's just one of those deals where you just got to continue to have success all the time, and we just couldn't do that. We got off to a great start and did well, but it is not unlike major labels that they go out of business. It's just hard to continue to go, but I loved every minute of it. I loved having the ability to create and to come up with our own ways of promoting and distributing and stuff like that. And but unless you're one of the big majors, it's hard to hang around. But we did, and I loved it. From a music standpoint, it gave me the opportunity to release what I wanted to release. Like Billy's got his beer goggles on. We released that.
Yep.
I didn't research it. I didn't run it past all the programmers. I hired my promotion staff and said, hey guys, this is the single. I think if we can get it to radio and get people listening to it, it'll work. And we were able to do that. And so I just wanted to be able to show people that it can be done just off of a gut feeling and not always research everything.
I understand.
And I love the music business, but my most recent project is a songs what they call the Great American Songbook. Nat King Cole and Sinatra and Dean Martin, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you don't know me. You don't know me. Is that your latest album or your new one, right?
Yes, sir. It is, yes, sir, and it is of that music.
It's good stuff.
I've always found my reputation as an entertainer.
Sure.
Is what keeps us going, but I want to show people too that I could sing and And in that music, you really had to understand and interpret and praise, deliver. And I want to show people I was capable of doing that. And man, it's the greatest album I've ever been part of. And I love all my country stuff. But this lets me have an opportunity to show people that I can really sing.
Yeah, You Don't Know Me, of course, coming from the Eddie Arnold, Ray Charles classic. A couple other your favorites that you covered on the album, Neil?
Oh, gosh, probably one my mother used to sing to me called A Long, Long Time, which is Kiss Me Once and Kiss Me Twice and Kiss Me Once Again.
Sure.
This was out around World War II. The troops were leaving to go to war, coming back. That kind of music, unforgettable on Nat King Cole. Just some great romantic stuff, and it's just a whole album full of good stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're about out of time. You've been very gracious with it. I appreciate it and wish you safe travels for you and your crew and your family as you head back to Montana once again as you continue through the summer. Neil, before we let you go, if they'd like to find out about the new album, maybe keep up with you on Facebook and Twitter. You want to talk about your Facebook page, maybe the website, maybe we can order some of the album, new and, of course, what you've had in the past.
Yes, sir. You can get everything you need. Anything you need to know about Neil McCoy, you can go to neilmccoy.com, which is my website. We try and keep that updated and regular. There's touring schedule, and we've got Montana on there when we're coming up there. And also, Neil McCoy Facebook, musician/band is where I do my Pledge of Allegiance every day, no matter where I am across the country. And I've got a lot of folks, Brad Paisley and Jake Owen and Thomas Red, a lot of people. When I'm working with them, they'll say the Pledge of Allegiance with me. I put that up. People are enjoying it. And a lot of people are getting a kick just out of being able to hear and say the Pledge of Allegiance again. A lot of folks who have lived for a little while and said it in a while and are enjoying it. And we're getting everything from nursing homes to elementary schools, and everybody's getting on board. And I even painted my bus. You're going to see it when you get there. It's got an American flag on it with the Pledge of Allegiance on the side. And, man, it's just good stuff. And I can't thank you enough, Nick, for doing your research and your homework and knowing about USA Tours and our foundation. That's huge to me, and give me the opportunity to talk. Because sometimes we get on here and people go, how'd you get started?
Yeah.
So I appreciate you doing your homework. Let us talk about some stuff that means a lot to us.
Well, I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to have you on the show, and I'll tell you what, Neil, just keep up the great work, my friend.
I will, buddy, and everybody come see us, and I promise they'll leave highly entertained and very happy.
You definitely will. And thanks again to Neil McCoy. In concert Saturday night, 8 o'clock. We'll see you at the Rosebud Treasure County Fair. If you'd like to join us on the bus, just give us a call as quick as you can. We're filling up. It's 252-6661.
That's Nick from KTHL. A great visit interview with Neil McCoy. Again in Forsyth this weekend, July 23rd, part of the Rosebud Treasure County Fair. Nothing better than a good old small county fair in Montana. Our weekly visit with Cindy Graff from N2 Cryotherapy. She's got some more energized activities to discuss coming up in a little bit here at livinlargelarry.com from the Redline Computer Studios in West Billings. About 64 in Billings at present. And in the 90s today, by Thursday, Friday, we could reach close to the century mark here in Billings. All right, livinlargelarry.com. Red Light Computer Studios in West Billings, across from Goodwill. Cindy Graff, as I teased, from Cryotherapy, and her weekly visit, and she has arrived.
Here I am.
Hi, you're on
How you
YouTube.
doing, everybody?
Camera is aimed right on you as well it should. So how are things the last week or so since we've spoken?
Oh, really good. Really good. Had a great weekend with the Big Sky State Games in town.
And also the Derby?
Oh, yes, roller derby on Saturday. The gals won both of their matches.
Nice.
So they went out winners. And
speaking of the Magic City Rollers?
Yes.
Awesome. Cool.
And so they went out winners, and we can look forward to next year with them.
Yeah.
Or whatever happens in roller derby.
Right. And they also have the at Metro Brews and barbecues.
Yes, it was a big weekend.
Yeah,
I tell you, it still is.
Yeah.
All the way through summer, there's always something to do for everybody.
What are some of the events that you have coming up?
This weekend we're going to go over and see Jay Leischner's benefit, Cadillac Jacks.
Remind us who Jay Leischner is.
He is the hero that saved the elderly lady from being robbed in the Kmart parking lot, and then
He grabbed the keys and...
He tried to grab the keys, but he shut it off, but the keys wouldn't come out because of the, not being in park.
Right, yeah. I'm glad he survived, though.
Yeah, yeah.
He is a hero.
He is.
Yeah.
And so an everyday person who saw something going on that was wrong and stood up. We need more of those people.
Yeah, I was going to say, ask yourself, Mr. and Ms. Listener, ask yourself, if that situation ever came into your life, what would you do? I would hope my instincts would kick in and I would do just what Jay did.
Yes.
I would hope that would be the case.
Yes. And I would want that to be my case as well. Anyway, he is having a benefit, or he isn't, but people are having a little kickback benefit for him.
Karma Kickback Fundraiser, I love the name of it.
Yeah, it's great. Cadillac Jacks, Saturday at 6 p.m. We're going to be there. Into Cryo has already received, a lady came in and bought a package for him. So that he could come in when he can get in. He was hurt pretty bad, folks. He said he's never felt so bad in his entire life, so...
Getting back on the run with a good fundraiser, and then, of course, into cryotherapy. Post-incident will help them out, I think, in the long run.
You betcha. You betcha.
Thanks for stepping up. Appreciate that.
And we're excited about going and helping him out. So.
And I'm pretty proud of you again. Every week you come in with something new about how to market into cryotherapy and cryotherapy as an industry as a whole. And got an email from you yesterday on my KGHL afternoon show about just doing a voice TV tag, which I gladly did. But you really are branching out.
A little bit here. We found some good deals on a little bit of TV, so watch for us on ABC 6, Fox 4 here in Billings, locally, and some radio going at the same time. So, which we are supporting the Magic City Blues this year, so don't forget to stop in and register for 2 free tickets. So they'll be given away from the Mountain 99.3.
Bud Lodge?
Yes, that's who we're going through with that. We've partnered with them, and we have a box right on the counter there. Stop in, register for that. We'll be drawing on the 29th, and someone from each location. Yes.
All right.
Someone from each location that they have placed an entry box will win. So somebody from our location will win.
My opinion, I'm glad that Tim Goodrich moved the Magic City Blues to just the downtown area. I know we tried South Park and downtown for a couple of years.
Yes.
But I think it belongs in downtown Billings.
Yes, I think that its brand is downtown Billings.
I'm glad he changed that back. He gave it a good try for a couple of years.
I did enjoy being over at the Best West Fest, which is on hiatus this year, over at South Park. and that kind of fits to me more over at South Park. But I really like the Downtown Blues Festival. It has always been there to me. That's where it's supposed to be.
Who's your favorite artist coming this year to the Magic City Blues?
I really want to see El King.
I want to see Ziggy.
Well, yes, that's going to be great too.
It's almost the point you can't choose just one.
No.
I mean, Tim does a great job getting acts.
And I've seen Kenny Wayne Shepherd before.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, never
It was at the Shrine, and oh gosh, what are we talking now? 15, 20 years?
He still rocks it though.
He does.
Kenny Wayne Shepherd, he
I
rocks
can't
it.
wait to see what he's been doing and how he's doing.
And when we talk about, it was a busy weekend in Billings, and you said it's nonstop. It's not going to stop until the end of September.
No, it really doesn't. And then we kick into our winter activities. So, fall and winter activities. So.
And being a worldwide show on the internet, the 1,200 listeners that stream us every month, he was talking about Billings events, and if they're from Philadelphia or Chicago.
Well, they should get right over here for their vacation, because we are the best town.
We are. Billings is a destination location, not just for Yellowstone National Park.
No, we are right here in
Billings.
Are the best town ever.
The Magic City ever.
Yeah, that's right.
Into Cryotherapy, 805 24th Street West, Suite number 4, which I will be there. I'm looking forward to it. August 6th for your 1-year anniversary big party in your parking lot.
Yes. We're going to be out there in the parking lot with music. We're going to have food from Tucker over at Tops, sandwiches. We're going to I have a few games set up that I've got in the mix that I want people to play for coupons and prizes. And
I'm thinking about bringing some hula hoops, some kid hula hoops.
Yeah, that would be really fun. I have one at home that lights up when you do it.
Bring it if you could on
Okay, I will bring it.
That'll be one of our 2 to 5?
Yeah, 2 to 5.
And it's open to the public?
Open to the public. Everybody can come on in. They can take a tour and see demonstrations for the machine. Go ahead and you can do your first-time freezer. I'll have extra people there with me to help me with that. So, yeah, it's going to be really fun.
Well, it's kind of in your honor. It's your 1-year anniversary, a little beyond your 1-year anniversary.
No, we got to celebrate the clients and customers that we've had over the past year. 3,000 appointments over. I'm looking at now. I think I had it wrong then, but it's well over 500.
Good for you.
People that have been through.
I think people are coming around to cryotherapy as another way to stay healthy, period.
They are. They are. In fact, I had a group of nurses come in last night for 2 for Tuesday. 2 of them came in, and then they brought their friend, which is a first-timer. So it was really a fun time, and they really, really like it. They can feel the effects right away on their pain. And nurses are on their feet.
All the time.
I'm telling you, 12 on, 12 off, a lot of them.
Sure.
So, and days at a time like that. So.
And it's amazing. People might not think that cryotherapy can get, if you have a challenged area on your, let's say, your calf or your shin, if that's the pinpoint of your pain, cryotherapy will find it and fix it.
Yes, and the way it works is that when your blood is used, it works from the inside out, we say, because what we do is pull your blood to your core, and when that blood flushes back out, it's warm, it's filled with oxygen, and your red blood cells been beefed up, and toxins have been taken out as it's been going through your vital organs there for 2 to 3 minutes. Then your brain tells it where to go. It says, wait a minute, we're having some trouble over here in your shin or your
feet.
I recently have a person come in that bicep. Never know you hurt your bicep. You need your bicep until you hurt your bicep. And so we're, just the blood will rush to that area naturally and try to heal that up.
Years ago, I told my rotator cuff playing amateur men's baseball in my 40s. That's probably one reason I was injured, but I was allowed to play. And instead of
you can do things at any age now.
Yeah, I played till I was 47.
And Carrie is no exception.
Roller derby, she's retired since then. But I sit in the home plate wrong. Was safe, took it for the team, got up, went back to the outfield, and the shock hadn't hit me yet until a fly ball.
Your adrenaline hadn't worn off.
Right, and the fly ball came to me like probably 5 or 6 pitches after my injury, and realized I couldn't lift my arm up to catch the ball. At that point, I called time and went to the hospital. Then I wish cryotherapy was around after surgery for part of my therapy.
Yes, this is something people should think about really seriously and ask your doctor. But I say think about it seriously because when they tell you to ice, this is the 3-minute super icing, and it does more from the inside out using your own blood, speeding up your own body's magical works. I mean, it's the way science is, and you're put together to heal yourself.
I had great physical therapy after my rotator cuff injury, and part of the therapy was make sure you ice 4 times a day, and that was back in, early 2007, I guess, 2008 maybe, and I wasn't aware of cryotherapy. I wish I had known about it.
Yes, and see, now what you could do is do not 4 times a day of the icing. You can do 1, and it does the work of that, and then maybe the next day, I always tell people, when you come in, if you have chronic pain, or even if you have acute pain that you're dealing with, like a rotator cuff, after it's been reset and you're ready to go, a couple weeks after surgery, you can come in after your stitches and everything is pretty well healed.
Interesting science. Cryotherapy and cryotherapy in Billings, 85 24th Street West, Suite number 4. Talk about some of the specials before we let you go.
Well, what we'd like to let everybody know is that we do have 2 for Tuesday, and that's going to go on indefinitely. We're just going to do it for the summer, but it's starting to catch on, and I think that
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
We're just going to keep it because I'm sure it took Taco Tuesday a while to get his twofers to catch on. So, and I just think it's a really good deal for people. I'd like people to head on over to our Facebook page and check out. We have a deal of the day on there from the Billings Gazette, where you can get your sessions $25 gift card for 50% off. Okay?
Good deal.
And you can get up to 4 of those. So you can pay $50 for $100 worth and use it towards any package, or your first time and use the rest towards a package.
Well, Carrie bought a card from you months ago, and that's to us, that's the way to go.
Yes, she got it on the online auction. Right, and whenever we do those things, people get on our Facebook and follow us. Make sure you're getting
all the benefits.
Because we'll have it right there, and we'll tell you where to go get the good deals, because we want to see you get good deals. Come in, try it, you'll like it.
And word of mouth has been your best advertising. I think people have a curiosity factor about cryotherapy, and they pop into cryotherapy and actually give the 3-minute session. I think they realize, wow, this really works.
Yes, and it's 2 to 3 minutes. Remember when you were first time there, you were kind of nervous. Most people
I was.
Yes.
You talked me through it. If you want, when you go in, you don't just stand in a chamber without any noise. Somebody will talk your brains out.
Well, yes, I got to be there with you because of the safety part. So I make sure that you're all right while you're in there and turning so that you're like you're on a spit, so that you can get frost frozen all the way around.
Yeah, but in mid-sentence, in mid-conversation, somebody will be talking about the benefits of cryotherapy or just about your own personal life, and in the middle of a thought, you say, you can turn now, and you never miss a beat. You have quite a routine.
Well, I like to keep people going and engaged in what I'm talking about, so they're not noticing exactly how cold they're getting. It makes it go by faster.
It does.
Most people really are thankful for that. When you come in your first time especially, you're very nervous. Most people are. But I want you to come in and try it, because it's not like it's cold outside with snow and moisture.
It's kind of a cold,
It is. And I've heard a lot of people lately calling it, feels like they're walking into a walk-in freezer, like in a restaurant or somewhere, or that has a walk-in freezer.
Right,
So, not a cooler, but a walk-in freezer.
And actually, when it's 99 degrees out, I don't mind walking into one of those kind of freezers.
Oh, no, people are finding out right now is the greatest time to come in, because it also helps regulate your internal temperature for when you go out into that hot.
Well, let's say it's going to be 100 degrees, it will be 100 degrees or more this Friday.
This is a perfect week.
So come in for the 3-minute cryotherapy session, like 1 o'clock.
It's the perfect week to come in.
It is.
Anytime, because that carries on with you through the day.
It does.
Sometimes 24 to 48 hours. So come on in. Remember, first-timers heard it on Livin Large Larry. $20. Come on in and see us during this hot, hot, hot weather.
And like them on Facebook. Check out the website, m2crowdwork.com. That's the name to m2crowd.com. M2 Crowd Therapy, 805 24th Street West, Suite number 4. All right.
Give me a call, 534-8850, 406-534-8850.
And you say you can chill out with us.
That's right.
Chill with
Come
us.
in and chill out.
All year long. Thanks, Cindy.
You bet. Thank you.
Look at you, you're burning up from the midday sun. Troubled you're cutting out, going one by one. You're crawling through a maze where the walls always change, and you can't recall how long you've been there. You're falling in place through the darkness of space. You're a long way out from home, going